Look at this fly. Now I just can't be the man selling crabs across the street, got the dumpster. I just can't be. But how y'all love that? I like it. Gone fly. Shoe fly. Hair under the arms, y'all better know. Spots on the face, no makeup on. But got them nails all cute. Did them myself, y'all. Did them my motherfucking self. Well, anyway, I wanted to say what that is, a pillow. Okay. I wanted to say, be different, be untraditional, okay? Be different, be untraditional. Don't worry about nobody else. I'm not telling you to recreate the wheel, okay? But be different, be untraditional. Don't always follow the herd, okay? Stay to yourself. Um, and enlighten people, live by example. Don't sit here and try to criticize anybody if you ain't walking that walk. Okay? Once you start to walk that walk, you ain't got to criticize nobody. You ain't got to say nothing. It's all going to come naturally. They're going to be trying to figure it out. Okay? You're going to have the evil eye, the evil doers doing the same thing. I also wanted to say something else. I've realized as an empress, as an oracle, as a spiritual healer, I can't risk having a male companion. Not a male companion that don't understand the struggle or the fight, okay? Every guy in my life that could open up my heart chakra to the point where I'm able to attract abundance because I think I'm about to have a male companion, children, we're about to grow together, they always get stripped down. I mean, these evildoers, these algorithms, real life, like how all of a sudden we're going out on dates, you got a job, and then you call me 2 or 3 weeks later that you done moved out of town because they fired you. How all of a sudden we're going out on dates, we're doing romantic things, the IRS hit you up, then your insurance company go up 300% on your insurance, your home insurance. This different people. I'm just trying to give you the stages of life. How all of a sudden it's like they're recording the sensory. So since they're recording the sensory, another guy, get to know each other, everything working in order, wine dining on a whole nother height, whole nother level, okay? More than I've experienced with anybody. Can't get a job, can't keep a job, all the savings, can't get a stable job. Is it me? Am I janky? No, I'm not janky. What it is, when you have a divine feminine that know who she is and what she is, and they know who she is and what she is, and they know her Fibonacci circle, they know her Fibonacci sequence. If it's activated, they got problems. They got problems. So they try to keep you isolated, lonely, and to yourself all the time, right? They don't want you to have that love and companion. They don't want you creating heirs. They don't want you creating new duplicates of yourself. So what happens is the man doesn't realize that he has to know how to not only protect himself and be God-fearing, but he has to know how to be, he has to know how to play chess. He has to know about spirituality. You have to know about the Holy Trinity. You have to know about the world, the herbs. You have to know about frequency war. You have to know about everything. Because when you're around an oracle, a spiritual divine essence, when you're around a person who is protected, but you bring something out of her where she blossoms to her a higher sequence, they off with you. Next thing you know, you can't get hours at work. You're having car problems. All types of shit start happening. And if that guy doesn't realize that there's really a true thing as spiritual targeted individuals, you're going to have problems. you're going to have many problems. I can tell you one thing, just by me being around this guy, like, I'm off the radar. Don't have to do all this extra shit that a lot of truckers go through misery on the road, right? Soon as I started hanging around this one guy, it was like they could see me. My vibration had lowered. So what was happening was he would always get inspections. He would always get tickets, right? He would always get in some type of drama or bullshit, right? Out on the road. By me just conversating with him, hanging out with him, drinking coffee, all of a sudden it started happening to me. Like I started taking on his karma. For real. And once we quit hanging around each other, once we quit kicking the bobo, it's like they don't see me no more. Vibration shot back up through the roof. You understand? So I've seen it over and over and over. If you're wondering why all of a sudden you open your heart space up, you open up who you are, think about what the other person is going through. When you learn to love and like people, you take some of them burdens off of them. You're an empath, you're a healer. So you take some of their burdens off of them, right? But then you realize, do I really want to take on these burdens? Like, these people couldn't even see me. I was invisible at first. Now they see me. Now they see me coming. Now my frequency has portals and wormholes in it. Does that make sense? So you have to realize what you're willing to sacrifice, right? And healers, tarot readers, all y'all, you think that you can be with people. You really can't, because they don't know what's really happened energetically out here. Energetically. That's why I say I marry myself. I marry myself. I got both hands tied up. I ain't waiting on nobody. For what? Because how you going to sit up here and be making $100,000 a year, and then all of a sudden, because you know me and you done open my heart space up, they want to demote you. They want to lay you off. Bump it. You don't need to know me then. Until you can learn to be your own entrepreneur, you don't need to know me. Because what can we do? When I met you, you was in your high space. Now that we're growing and glowing together, we're actually falling in love when we're supposed to rise in love. Does that make sense? So you could be in situations with people where you fall in love when you're supposed to rise in love. And it's not just us. It's not just like we're better off apart because we will bring each other down. No, you should be able to be with who you want to be with and still reap abundance, right? But true divine people, divine masculine, divine feminine, they get together and sometimes they fall. They're better off in their own space. Just like you see a tree. You see a tree that blossoms. Then you see a bunch of trees together. They can't get enough resources. They can't get enough oxygen. They can't get enough sun. They can't get enough water. They're competing with each other, right? But one tree just out there by itself, it'd be full, rounded, plush, bountiful. Okay? So just know when you are into spiritual work, spiritual practices, and you bring people around you that elevate you, get you to blossom even more than what you're already doing, they will strip them people away from you. If they're not consciously aware of strategic spiritual manipulation, they will be stripped from you so fast. They'll be going through so many problems, they'll think you janky. You the one who bringing them down. You the devil. When that's not the case. When they decided to be around you, they were supposed to be in their armor. And they were not in their armor. They was in their mind. They was in their lower vibration. And they thought you was the devil. I'm for real. I am absolutely for real. So to spare these people in their lives, meaning to not take them out of their element. Like if you was doing fine and you was steady before you met me, just leave them alone. Because if you're not willing to armor up in your angelic galactic side, you really can't be around these people. These people can't be around you. They'll fall. I'm going to give you another example. Just because a person vegan, vegetarian don't mean nothing. I know a guy, everything was fine. We was collaborating. but he has opposition within his family. All of a sudden, his brother started coming home, wouldn't pull over the police outside. It was like they just kept interfering with police, like his brother was an agent or something. And then I said, well, you know what? You weren't having this problem until we started collaborating over the phone. Once we stopped collaborating on the phone, he went and found another woman. I didn't have nobody to pique my interest sapiosexually. All the mischief went away. One day I'm wearing my headdress. I mean an Indian headdress, right? Feathers, long weave going down. Police pulled me over. I got you on camera running a stop sign. I said, okay, what's your badge number? Give me the report. I'll get the report from the police department of the video footage. It said video footage, $3 a minute. I gave them the report number. I gave them the date and time. They emailed me back and said, we have no video footage of you running a stop sign. Just because I was wearing my headdress, just because I was in my sovereign principle. I was in my sovereign element, okay? So understand this. You have to get in your square. You have to armor up. And if you're armored up and you're around people that's lacking in some form of fact, they can be financially okay. But that's all they are. If they reaching out to Jesus and the Most High, that ain't enough. Because that energy in you has to repel and block shit out. And once you start to deplete yourself through sex, chemistry, falling in love, all that shit change. And if you're around a person that don't know about targeted individuals, spiritually being targeted, spiritually being attacked, voodoo and all that, it's easy for them to fall, and they're going to look at you like you the devil. So there we have it. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.